Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to repair these arms that are part of a spider system that you will find inside a Hayward filter. This comes from a Hayward Pro filter. I have a large filter tank. It takes about 500 pounds of sand, and I no longer use sand. I use polyfill balls instead, which work much better in my opinion. You don't have to deal with the sand, the pouring of the sand. You don't have to be worried about protecting your lungs, when you're pouring that silica sand inside if you're doing it yourself. And it's a much lighter media. These two were broken. I think they developed hairline cracks, and because in the previous installation it had sand, some sand got embedded into these little balls, and in order to pull this out from the system, from the tank, you have to reach down and do this, what I'm doing here, and then so that you can pull it up from the nozzle of the opening of the filter tank. In this case, this is a tank that has the opening at the top, and then it's got the ports on the side. And so this is the reason for this elbow here. So on this one, these two broke, and then I came up with this repair here, the system, which is nothing more than you're going to need a 5/8, some kind of a 5/8 drill, or in this case I'm using this chamfering tool, which is 5/8 in the diameter. And I just went in and carved out all the way through the ball here, about an inch deep there. And I also did the same thing on these arms here. I carved 1 inch in depth on the inside here to remove these inside ribs. And I'm going to be using this PVC or ABS pipe. This is also 5/8 in outside diameter. And I'm going to be gluing that with PVC glue, a 2-inch length of this piece. So it goes in 1 inch on the inside of that ball and 1 inch on this stem right here, and that'll be my fix. And that's how you basically fix this. I have 2 of them, so I have to cut 2 little pieces here, and it's very, very simple. It doesn't take too long. This took me drilling just carving out the section right here, and the stems took me no more than 5 minutes. Assembling this, it's going to take you another maybe 10-15 minutes. So in about a half hour, give or take, you can be this can be ready, to be reinstalled into the system again. So that's the fix. As a bonus, I'm going to show you what I did here to this elbow here. This is a new elbow that I installed here with a little customization of these couplers here. These are 2-inch pipe couplers that you can buy at Home Depot, along with this 90-degree elbow here. And this is what I believe these are called long elbows, because they do make some shorties. This is the longer elbow, just to match what was previously here that had broken, that had cracked, and I was sucking up a lot of it wasn't providing me with the right pressure, because this had a crack. And so I removed that, I cut it, and I made my own elbow here, because if you go and buy this part, the complete part, just this elbow right here from Hayward, or from anywhere that sells Hayward parts here, you're going to be spending, anywhere in the $100-$200 for this system here. So I don't want to go that route, and for about $10-15, you can do this yourself, if you provided you have a lathe that you can carve the inside of these couplers a little bit wider so that it fits over this existing pipe of these proprietary connectors from Hayward. And they do that on purpose. They don't use standard dimensions, PVC ABS pipe dimensions, because they want you to go by these very expensive parts, which are this is ABS. It's very cheap material in manufacturing. This costs no more than a few dollars to manufacture, but they charge you hundreds of dollars for these things when you buy them as an assembly. So I bypass that. I get upset when I find when companies do that. Something that's fair, I don't mind paying for something that's fair and that's well made and it's good materials. But you know, this is really nothing more than ABS piping and materials, and then I just don't I get upset with those prices, and then I get creative, make my own connectors and with a little customization here. But this is fairly easy. Anybody can do this. You know, if you've broken your these little arms, you know, from the sockets, and typically that's where they break. You know, so as you're folding this, if there's sand trapped. You know, if you've been using sand, you know, you're going to as you're trying to pull this out of the tank, you're gonna bust those. So this is one way to do that. In fact, if you want to do every single one of them, is what I would do is I would take out this whole thing, and I may just do that so that I don't have any issues in the future. It's just cut 2-inch, 1.5 to 2-inch pieces length of this PVC tubing, and then take this completely apart, and so that you end up with just the leg with the ball, and then come back and do it from the outside of the ball, because the ball has a through hole all the way right through. Come back and use this tool here, or a 5/8 drill, and just come back and drill, you know, 1.5 to 2 inches deep, and then just reinforce that with a tubing from the back of the ball. You know, and that way every single one of these is reinforced at least 1 inch in depth here beyond the stem where it meets the ball. So I would do that to every single one of these if you want to go that far, and not have to not have this issue, you know, where you're, especially if you're using sand filters or sand as a media for filtering your water. I'm not using sand, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that, and I just want to get this system back and running here. So this is my fix, and while doing this, I thought I shared this video, you know, with others that may be interested in you know, doing something similar. Well, here's how you do that and save yourself some money. Mario with MI Microflight. Thanks for watching.